LMG mounted and loaded!
Hello and welcome to this installment of Chanka News Network. Let's start with the biggest news this week, and that's the Operation Blood Orchid reveal. After the finals, Ubisoft officially announced the new map and operators. First of all, we got a tour of the map, seeing many more rooms than in the teaser, and if you didn't know, the lore behind the map is that it's set in an abandoned theme park that drug dealers and cultists have been using as a hideout. The map itself looks absolutely gorgeous. I've said it before, but I love the overgrown look exactly like this. It's difficult to tell how balanced it is without actually playing it and allowing a meta to develop. I've heard only good things from the pros and YouTubers that are at Gamescom. Going into the operators, we got to see how Ying's Candela works, and there was a lot of things here that we didn't get in the leaks. So we know from the teaser that the Candela can roll under doors, but what we didn't know was that the Candela will actually home underneath the doors and drone holes. This will make it incredibly useful in Chalet, for example, when pushing into Snowmobile Garage. The Candela can also be placed on a soft wall or barricade similar to Fuse. This will then be activated by a timer, allowing you to prepare to enter. There is one thing in the video that Ying has breaching charges, but please note that this won't be the case on release. She will instead have smoke and claymores. As we know from the leaks, she will be using the T95 LMG. This does 34 damage and has a 650 RPM. The reload time is very quick for an LMG, as it only takes 2 seconds. She can also use the 612 shotgun, which does 35 damage and is a semi-auto. Moving on to Lesion now. If you haven't been following the leaks, then you won't know that Lesion has a small mine that can be thrown from a distance. Once this has been thrown, the mine will then go invisible and a small icon will appear above the trap, allowing you to know that where it is through the walls. This will also allow you to know which mine has been set off when an enemy steps on it. If indeed an enemy does step on it, they will then be unable to sprint and will take 10 damage immediately, and then 8 damage every 3 seconds after that. The enemy can go around a corner, hide, and then pull out the needle, which will stop the damage and allow them to sprint again, but this leaves them vulnerable for the time of pulling it out. One thing that I believe is new info is that he will start off with one mine, and then over 35 seconds you will get another one, making it useful to anchor on the site. When you are damaged by the mine, you also cannot plant on the bomb. This could potentially make him viable for Pro League, as it would be a good combination of smoke and mirror to deny the bomb plant. Lesion will use the 612 SD, which is the same shotgun as Ying, however this one is silenced. He then has a T5 submachine gun, which has the RPM of 930 damage. The equipment he has is the impact grenade and a shield. Now finally, we have Ela. Ela is the Polish Grom operator, and she has the concussion mines. These are 4 throwable mines that will activate when an enemy is within radius of them. Once these are detonated, they will blind the enemy for a split second, disrupt their vision similar to Echo, and also deafen them. The flash is quick, however, so she will have to stay close to her mines for them to be useful. This may make her a good roaming partner with Cav, however. She also carries one-on-one mines on her which can be detonated when she is injured, and this is not included in the 4 that you can throw. She has a Scorpion SMG, which has a huge magazine of 50 bullets and a rate of fire of 1080 with a damage of 28. It could be compared to the Vector, but with more bullets. She also has impact grenades and barbed wire as her equipment, and her pistol also has the unique feature of having a red dot sight on it, making it easy to get kills with. Some changes that are coming up with the Season 3 patch is the ability to now keep both drones when attacking. Right now, if you have a drone out in the map and throw another one, the first will self-destruct. After Season 3, that will no longer happen, meaning you have up to 10 drones on the map at once. Smoke grenades have also been edited to make them more denser. This will make it harder to see operators through the smoke grenades. This should also have a similar effect with Capitao, but there's been no confirmation for smoke. The smoke is also now rendered server-side, meaning that it will be in the same place for all players and shouldn't lead to any unfair kills. Due to the smoke being improved, they have reduced the number of them being carried to 2. The other big announcement this week is that there will be changes to the map pool in the game. Now, unfortunately, I've seen a lot of misinformation being spread about this, which is disappointing to say the least. So I want to try and explain everything clearly. Whether you agree or disagree with the change doesn't really matter, I just want to put out the correct info. So, Ubisoft released a blog post that broke down the changes to the maps in Season 3 update. The first change is that the ranked map pool will be reduced to 9 maps to mirror Pro League. The idea behind this is to have the most competitive maps in ranked. They will be removing Yacht, Favela, Plain, House, Barlet, Hereford, Canal and Theme Park. The next change is to Casual, where Favela and Yacht will be removed. This is where I see a lot of the misinformation being spread. The maps are being removed due to technical reasons. Whilst they are removed, the maps will be reworked to take up less memory and also may be edited to become more balanced. The maps are not being removed from casual because they are unbalanced, as some people are saying is because of technical reasons. Ubisoft also included a small sentence saying that they'll be looking at deleting the maps fully in the future. I think this was them trying to communicate some big changes that may happen in the future, but nothing they're concrete on. These maps are likely only to be deleted if they can't fix the memory issues, as if you look at it from a business perspective, Ubisoft have already paid for these maps to be built and advertised, and I highly doubt that they would want to remove these maps after the team had worked hard on them. Moving on to esports news. As I'm sure you all know, this weekend we had the LAN finals. Penta and Elevate managed to progress through to the finals, and the teams battled it out on Clubhouse and Consulate. Penta managed to take away the win, meaning they are the team that's won the most in the game, as they won Year 1 Season 1, Year 2 Season 1, and Year 2 Season 2. This also means that European teams have double the amount of wins as NA. At the finals, there was an esports panel where we learned a few more things coming up. The first is a bit more info on the inclusion of APAC. We found out that all the regions will have 2 teams sent to the Pro League finals. This means that EU and NA will both lose their third slot. We also found out some info about the Siege Invitationals. Tickets went on sale Saturday, and the VIP tickets sold out in minutes as soon as it was announced. The VIP tickets are $155 Canadian dollars, and the normal ones are $75 Canadian dollars. Both of these are for all 3 days. We also found out there will be 16 teams at the Invitationals. Ubisoft broke down the way that the teams will be invited. There will be 3 teams invited that are former champions or the runners-up, so it's confirmed that Elevate and Penta will both be invited so far. There will be 4 teams invited that are regional champions. So for example, this season ENCE was the EU regional champion because they were top seed. There will then be 4 wildcards, which UB hasn't said how they will work, and there will be a community vote for 1 team. And then finally, there will be online qualifiers for another 1 spot per region. And moving finally into fashion news. Another announcement of the esports panel is that they will be adding more Pro League team charms. The last one will be rotated out, so if you want a Penta, Excellence, Flipside or Vitality charm, make sure to get one quick. The upcoming ones are ENCE, Onslaught, Supremacy, Elevate and Millennium. I can't wait to see these in game, they look really nice in the advertisement. We do see some of the upcoming skins for a split second, but I'll cover them in the TTS update so we can see the skins properly and know which ones are actually coming out. Lastly, in fashion news, with the announcement of Ying, Ela and Lesion, they showed off the season pass uniforms for them. Personally, I think Ying has the best one, but they all look pretty good. This has been Chanka News Network. If you want to stay up to date with the news, then follow me on Twitter. There's going to be some big news coming out over the next week because it's the off-season of Pro League, and also the new content is coming to the TTS. If you want to discuss the news or find out news as it's happening, you can also join my Discord. I use it every day and we're only 15 members from 100, so there's always people in there talking. If you want to support me, you can also find my Patreon in the description. There will be an upcoming video of my Patrons talking about the news from the last month once the Season 3 update is out. And as always, remember,
Chanka will always stand by you.